emblems. People should not undermine art subjects. Basing on the discussions of Uganda Parliament last time that they wanted to increase the salary of science teachers, not valuing arts. Yet parliamentarians, people holding big posts in Uganda like judges, they have all done art subjects. By the way, promoting so-called science and technology like political science, computer science, dealing with digitalizing and creating nuclear things will develop us physically, but at the end have more problems. Both science and arts, God knows the reason why they are there. Let us speak and dwell on the elementary points called emblems, where birds, animals, and other objects are used to identify countries, kingdoms, tribes, clans. I was taught this in social studies, geography, history some years back. And today, I'm using it to understand God's character. It's helped me to interpret some products of artists, examples, sculpture, carving images, monument, statue, totems, culture in churches, in streets, and historical sites of different kingdoms, tribes, clans, and countries. Even songs being played in big radio stations like BBC. We shouldn't look at those things for leisure, entertainment, wondering, but what God or Satan is using that things or that elements or items for. Not all arts products, artists, designers are at the God's side. Some are too disturbing to God's creation, interfering their spiritual growth when followed. I can say God is more or 60% of artists than scientists. Science has brought us dangerous weapons, but art is dealing with beauty. Does God want any distractions? Look at the story of creation. God modeling dust or clay to become human being. Those are products of arts. Countries and tribes with emblems. And actually can say, yeah. Check on the characters of elephants. Then you down it to these tribes. We can see in big offices within the region. Even the local songs, like the other one here, Furigi winya winya, gi winya winya, penge otawa, lutakom, wanatie kingi, luenyo karone fura winyo arem, luak chane eno gudu koma, wan kori pa lieji, pegi tuwa tawa. Ana nyami jaro tuga nyam bat. Energetics work, they take our tribes. Humility is also there, humbleness. But in the other way around, this quality is letting us down these days. Politics and religion need to be checked. If we need to turn to God, let us all go. We can persevere with any conditions, whether tough conditions, both hard and soft food, like sorghum, millet, which when other tribes try it, they are going to experience dehydration. To kill elephant, you must use the abundant poison. For Uganda, emblem or indication is crested crane. It gives out our characters. It's humble. Yeah, I've not heard in any circumstance Uganda waging war with any country, but they have gone in a war to fulfill the objectives of the groups they are in. Revelation chapter 13, 1 downwards. Titled The Beast or the Two Beasts. Of course, we know those are animals. But was the interest of God to talk to animals? If Uganda cranes or crested crane can be used to identify Uganda in big games like Olympics, sports, and the rest, why don't we use the name of these animals to identify the country God is talking on? The beast I saw resembled leopards, but had feet like those of bear and mouth like that of a lion. The dragon gave the beast his power, his throne, and great authority. Let us begin with analyzing the sign of these countries. Now we can use Daniel chapter 7 to interpret this verse of Revelations. The dreams Daniel had. Four beasts is different from the others. Came up out of the sea. In Revelations we have two beasts. Here we are talking of four beasts. Back in stories, we had this movement of G2, two greatest country, G4, four greatest country. The first was like a lion, and it had the wings of eagles. I watched until its wings were torn off, and it was lifted from the ground, so that it stood on 2 feet like a man, and the heart of a man was given to it. From the former symbols, which countries have those animals named? What would stop us to say equal is America? If they have it in their coat of arms, flag, jerseys, currencies, combats, official status, they show these animals. To identify them, I remember during our youthful stage, we used to wear certain kind of clothes we call Copa America, having the symbol of eagle or the photo of eagle and their independent story from Great Britain. It is so interesting, the tearing of the wings. So the lion is Great Britain. Look at the pictures well. It's like elephant representing Acholi, rhinoceros for lamb, and crested crane for Uganda. The last two animals are in verse 5 and 6, and those are leopards and the bear, indicating Germany and Russia respectively. Do you remember the leopard tanks from Germany during the Second World War? I know some people are getting confused and not understanding, just like Daniel. Not until Daniel was made to know. In verse 17, the four great beasts are the four kingdoms that will rise from the earth. Here you can now lift the understanding of animals. You come to countries, kingdoms, with their leaders, kings, president, and many others. So it was poetry. Some verses in the Bible relates human being to animals' behavior. Somewhere in the Bible, Jesus Christ relates the Pharisees and bad people as dogs and wild dogs. In the beginning of the creation, God put human being together with animals. At the end, human being behaves animals by eating forbidden fruits, following the instruction from this animal called snakes. Let it not take you by surprise that these will be current countries and their leaders being aided by Antichrist and false prophets, those two beasts, misleading people during this .com world towards the second coming of Jesus Christ. The impacts are in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 to 18, forcing everyone to receive the mark of the beast. That is 666. Not sailing without blindfolding people. So when the times come, getting a mere foot would also be very difficult. everything would be controlled or restricted. Let us not do things to satisfy group needs, NGOs, political leaders. Dragon is the devil itself. We shall handle this in the next teaching. The key countries are America and Britain, forming G2, in addition to Russia and Germany, forming G4, plus some well-known countries, forming G8. Complete reading of Daniel and Revelations, we look at 10 ons. Now we have more than 10 members' flags flying in UN office or United Nations office and European Union office. Pray to Jesus Christ to know where the power and authority of the dragon in form of the Antichrist will rise from. Anyway, God should broaden your wisdom. Amen.